Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we are back with our career in NeoFly, heading out of Green Valley, Arizona, and we're going to see what mission we're going to go with. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come along down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below, and thank you to all of my current subscribers. All right, you guys, so let's take a peek and see what our options are today. Let's see what we got going around here. So we got one that, well, that wouldn't make sense. This one takes us over to Davis Mountain. We don't want to go, oh, it's the Boneyard. Yeah, I don't want to do the Boneyard one again. We just did that one. Let's see, what do we have? Anything down south? What do we got here? Rico. Let's see where that takes us. Oh, I don't think that means there's a mission there. Oh, here's this one, though. Nogales. There you go. Flying on Nogales. That's a quick flight, too. What do we got? We have... Looks like 2, 3 of the same thing, basically. Let's... What do we got? Bring one passenger to Nogales. Sure. Let's do that one. Nice, simple, and easy.
Hello, pilot. Your passengers are waiting for you. Let me know when we can send them.
You can send them. Let's see. What do we have?
Transporter, boarding has started.
We're missing 35 pounds. For one passenger? That's a big guy. All right, so let's do this. But then again, I'm not one to talk, so. Turn our live weather on. Set our weights. And we are missing 35 pounds is what it said. So 375. Oh, that'll work. 380. Okay. We're clean on the weight. Got plenty of fuel to hit Nogales, I think. Let's close our doors.
Transporter from dispatch. Everyone is on board. Let's
Cool.
go.
Oh, no. I meant to open that. Dang it. Let's close this one. All right. And let's do some checks here. I think we have our externals on. Maybe not. Nope. Covers and everything are removed. Cool. So let's come down here. Parking brake is set. Battery is off. Fuel valve. Let's go ahead and turn it on. All right. Sorry, guys. I was figuring out dinner with the wife here. All right. So let's turn the batteries on. Radio's on. Actually, we'll go ahead and turn the transponder on since we're on a sort of a goofy airport. And let's turn our nav lights on. Let's turn the beacon lights on. Let's give a nice big clear prop. Watch out there. Oh. That's what I get for not doing a controls check. I closed my SPAD and didn't think I did. Oh, I'm showing one tank empty. Hang on a second. We may have to check that. That could just because we're not started, but it's definitely showing that tank is empty, which is interesting because I didn't think this aircraft swaps tanks. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Make sure to full rich. Let's try again. Come on, baby. Does she have a tank swap? How did our tanks become unbalanced? They were balanced last time I flew it. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, let me do a save here. There we go. I didn't think it had a fuel swap in this aircraft. Let's see what the status is of that tank, because that doesn't make sense to me. That's pretty low. It's got a little bit more fuel in it. This plane's been kind of tripping me out, not gonna lie. Let me make sure I didn't get punished in NeoFly for not having anything missing. Okay, I did not. Alright, so what's going on here? I don't know why the fuel quantity in that left tank is showing so far off. Alright, let's run through my checklist here. I don't know why she's not starting. Mixture's full rich. Carburetor heat is in. Prime as required. We shouldn't need prime. Master switch is on. Ignition to start. Adjust for 1000 RPM. Oil pressure green. Let's check before starting engine. Fuel shut-off valve is open. Yep. Oh, that was... What's going on with you, girl? Alright, let's do a hot start here.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
That left tank is still showing far lower than the right. Have I always just been missing that? Where is the fuel tank swap on this aircraft? It's not between the seats. I've never had to swap tanks before in this plane. But that is showing the left tank as significantly I don't want to get going yet until I know that we're well, see, here we go. Left main, 2.93. Okay, so barely. But man, that gauge isn't reading barely. Look at that. At 5.4 and 5.4, the gauges are nowhere close, and can't imagine that one tank's bigger than the other. Huh. Well, as long as we have fuel to get there, I won't worry too much. I'm gonna turn the engine off for a minute. Oil quantity's good. Try starting that again. I don't know why I can't use the starter. There she goes.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting.
Okay.
Taxi to the runway.
Alright, worked
and
that
take
time.
off.
Alright, I just didn't want us getting up there and then running out of gas, so that was interesting. Alright. We'll call it good. Call it good. Let's get our earphones on here. By earphones I mean the head tracker. Don't want to be worrying about cameras here. that up. Okay. Alright, looks good, guys. There we go. Now, I'm not going to have any MEDAR information, but we'll work with what we got. So that's because of the flight simulator at these smaller airports just tends to not provide MEDAR. I don't know why. Alright, there we go. Watch out, dude. Who stands in front of a started airplane like that? Get out of the way. Brake check. Brakes are good. This is sort of one of those things on the scenery that's actually a problem. This is actually a concrete parking lot. But good old Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't think so. This taxi light's on. I'm going to go ahead and set us up for takeoff now. Oop, didn't mean to go to ident. See what I mean? Like, here's the taxi ramp right there, or the taxiway. So cutouts are supposed to be ramps, and then this whole thing's supposed to be concrete parking. Right. Skies are clear. I couldn't imagine there'd be much going on here. Come on, honey. Turn around. Turn. Let's get that window shut. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to do, because that whole gas thing kind of screwed me up, so I'm just going to do a quick double check. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I set my baro. I did not. Alright, let's rock and roll. Nogales, Arizona, here we come. Should be a pretty short flight. We're going to keep it pretty low. Maybe go about 1,000 feet. Airspeed alive. 55 knots. Maintain runway heading, more or less. Little
Pilot,
crosswind.
have a nice flight.
Thanks. RPM's down to about 24. And let's bring her to the left, start heading towards our track. Oh, nope, keep climbing. Keep climbing. Alright, nice and stable, coming out. Look for 5,000 here, make it a nice round number. Easy, darling, easy. Let's not get overzealous here. interesting. Alright, start coming right. I just wanted to get around those mountains before we started our turn here. They were pretty close to us. Good. And there's 5. Let's go ahead and level up. Trim controls are being a little goofy, so we're going to be going with the mouse today. That power off now. Go. Just take some of the workload off us here. All right. We're up and tooling around, heading to Nogales, Arizona. Still not maintaining altitude. Let's get back down to 5,000. There's 5. Get your damn nose down. I think I trimmed too high now. Went right back up to where I didn't want to be. I'll tell you what, you guys, I highly recommend the JP Logistics, I guess now WB Sim, Cessna 152. It's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game. And I highly recommend that before you download it, take the default one out, and then come back with this one. You'll notice a major difference in the way it flies. It's rather impressive. All right, let's see if we can like even kind of maintain my altitude while flying. Because goodness gracious, this is, gosh darn it. I'm trying to pull the power off to stop the lift as she accelerates. Man, it is something that you really got to work at, learning how to manage all that. It's so touchy. Trying to maintain about a good 80 knots is what I'm looking for, and maintain my altitude. But man, I am struggling with the altitude today. Struggling with that altitude today. It also makes a difference. I know that you can't feel it. You can't feel what the aircraft is doing vertically. Even when I use the motion bit, it doesn't translate little movements like that very well. Those real gentle descents or climbs, you just don't. You're not feeling that actual descent in your seat. Gosh darn it, plane, you're gonna drive me nuts. I'm just struggling with it. And the flaps aren't down, right? No, not fighting flaps. I'm just fighting the elevator. Fair enough. This is a really fun plane, though. It's a good plane. And this is why I like it, though. Like, as I'm sitting here talking about it driving me nuts, it's really not. It's just, I need to learn it. The other thing that I'll tell you that makes a difference, definitely, is flying with a stick. So I'm using my Virpil flight stick to do my flying. My Virpil flight stick has a very short throw in it. So honestly, I should probably adjust the curves, because that's probably not helping me much. I mean, I sort of have to manipulate the controls as if I was flying a helicopter. Otherwise, any movements beyond that, it gets pretty extreme. I'm barely just touching it. Barely touching it. So that's probably something that I need to work on, is adjusting the curvature on these. But same token, it'll make a difference when I get... I'm going to hook my trim wheel back up from Gear Falcon. It's a really nice trim wheel. Works really great. It's just kind of weird the way the nose keeps dipping so dramatically. Now, some of this is probably... winds and thermals coming off the sides of the mountains. It's certainly going to make an impact, but especially against a little 152. So some of that may be what I'm battling too, but it just feels more extreme than usual. Whoa, what was that? That was annoying. Whoa, baby, come on. Don't be so mean to me. Don't be so mean. No need for that, darling. No need for that. Come on now. Don't need to be like that. We can get along. We can be friends. Let's just settle in, have you behave. I want to go right through that mountain pass there. We're actually not going to go through it, but we're going to be close to it. Definitely got some turbulent air over here. I didn't realize my camera angle was getting messed up. NeoFly, in my opinion, I think is perfect for the general aviation flying. It just sends you to places that you wouldn't think to go. It gets you out doing different kind of flights. I think we're going to do another one of those, just like I did with the Mooney. We're going to find an aircraft. What I'd like to do is get to the point where we can use like the new Comanche. The new Comanche would be nice. Unfortunately, it has an issue with all career softwares right now where, because it uses AccuSim, the telemetry data can't be relayed over to NeoFly, or I can't remember, FS Hub I think is the other one. I can't remember what all the different, or even on air. And again, it's because of that lack of ability to communicate with the AccuSim software, so you can't get the telemetry, and therefore verify things like fuel, weight, etc. Is my understanding. It could be a little off on my reasoning, but I know that there's definitely an issue. Ooh, that was a good one. There we go. Long in the final. Holy crap. We got a crosswind. Get this one, gangsters. Trying to hold about 50 knots. That's a good one. It's really crabbing us in. Going for the numbers.
That wasn't the softest landing I've seen.
Screw you.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and
It
taxi
wasn't the
to
straightest
parking.
landing, but I thought that was pretty good for a crosswind. That was pretty mean crosswind. I don't know why she had to be mean to me. I was feeling pretty good about that. That was rude. Why are you gonna be mean to me, you bully? Alright, let's get her off the damn runway. Yeah, no. None of these aircraft would be here. This is very much so a very tiny airport. Alright, let's get those up. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Get the landing lights off. Strobe light off. Well, that was interesting. That flight was a fight, man. That fight was a flight. Did I say that fight was a flight? I mean, I guess either one works. Let's set our transponder. Whew. Get some air in here. We all know it's hot in the desert. I was wondering, it looks like it is. I was trying to see if it would drag the aircraft from one side to the other. I heard of a pilot instructor who basically on landing took one of these aircraft and kicked the door open and used it like a damn speed brake. I guess just slammed the plane right into its tracks. It definitely added drag. Slowed the plane down there. I didn't touch the brake. It's kind of funny. Passenger's like, what is wrong with you? Oops. I mean, seriously, what is wrong with me? Oh, you know what? We missed the parking zone. My bad. Well, tell you what. Right now, I'm just going to park it right over here. Love that car that's just... We're going to hold it here.
Transporter. Disembarking of passengers can begin.
That was interesting. Very interesting. Not one of my better flights. That was tough. I was really fighting the plane in this one. Some days are like that, I guess, right? Oh, she's quiet.
Transporter. All the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
All right. Well, thank you. Let's get our covers on.
Let's go.
Let's top off our stuff here. There we go. Let's get the externals taken care of. All right. Yep. That's where we're going to leave her right there. Well, folks, I hope you guys absolutely enjoyed the video, at least for some good laughs. But as always, guys, stay safe and healthy, and stay tuned for the next NeoFly, where we continue our career.